What I've got here is a laptop that not many people heard of. It's pretty much unspoken in the laptop world about this, so I thought I'd give it a review. It may look like a knockoff MacBook counterpart, but it really isn't, or it shouldn't be. It was designed to compete with the Mac, advertised at a much lower price of $799 at the time of release. How does this rarity perform in 2026, and does it still hold up? I wanted to review this laptop because it has been my daily driver for some years now, and I thought it would be an interesting review to make. Starting with the design, it's very Mac-like, which isn't bad, but definitely catches up your eye. It's the 13.3-inch model, so it's fairly light and portable. The screen is glossy, but sometimes way too glossy because it reflects all the light behind your back, and it's often full of fingerprints. For typing, it's sturdy enough, being metal and pretty scratch-proof. Although it's at almost 10 years old, the paint started to show its age, especially around the ports where it's scratched off. The butterfly keyboard has little travel and makes typing very fast and silent. You might have noticed a slight crack in the lower corner of the touchpad. That's because it's glass and glass breaks. Jokes aside, it's pretty accurate and clicky for this ultra-portable segment. Alright, for hardware it packs a low-power version of the Intel i7 8th Gen CPU clocked at 2 GHz. This generation of CPU is an improvement over the last one because it features a quad-core CPU for more flexibility as opposed to dual cores of the 7th Gen. As far as the GPU is concerned, this laptop packs a revised and mobile version of the desktop GeForce GT 1030, released in 2017. I know, very powerful at this point. It is the successor of the previous gen GeForce 940 Max, which was equipped with the 2016 Xiaomi Mi Notebook Air. It draws at peak 25 watts of power, combined with the CPU's 15, it comes to around 40 watts of power. Speaking of not so good things, the RAM is 8GB, but it is soldered and non-upgradable, so that's a thing to keep in mind when buying this laptop. So it should have good battery life then, right? Well, in theory yes, but in reality not so much, because the battery is 39 watts hour only. Not that big, I only got 3 hours at best on a full charge. In order to cool this absolute behemoth, it uses two fans which are quite lousy at full power. The laptop thermally throttles often, resulting in frame drops, even though I've replaced the thermal paste various times. Even though it's so thin, it packs some hardware. For this form factor, it is pretty good to have a dedicated GPU, not gonna lie, but all of this comes with a compromise, that being cooling. Even though it has two beefy fans spinning up there, but they can't always keep up the high temps, the laptop often getting into thermal throttling. The GPU's temperature is cut by its BIOS at 75 degrees, while the CPU can go up to 85, which is okay, but it's very hot to the touch because of that metal chassis. It sometimes becomes lousy as heck, but when I do normal tasks or something not very hardware dependent, it's very livable with. Well, this has been a short review of the Xiaomi Mi Notebook Air 13 inches. Hope you liked it and a thumbs up would be great. See you in the next one.